Mark, do you want to say something?
Mark was looking at the crowd, shocked and panicked. In the distance, standing by the Muto building, were two people. The doctor looked over to where Mark was looking. He realized who they were, Mark and the doctor of the past. Their past selves walked towards the balcony, confused.
Oh my god.
Is that?
Yes.
Doctor? What's wrong?
But how is that possible?
What's happening?
They looked up in the sky at the noise. There was something behind the projection, behind the clouds. When they looked back at the doctor and Mark of the past, they were gone.
We've created a paradox. They are coming.
What's coming? What is it?
I don't like the sound of it.
Star, Eclipse, Jonah, go now before it's too late.
What?
Suddenly, 3 bat-like creatures flew right through the projection coming from the doctor's glasses in the sky. The projection disappeared in a glitchy display. The 3 creatures headed right down to the crowd, attacking them.
What are they?
That doesn't matter. You 3, run!
Right. You two, follow me. I know the perfect hiding spot.
What are those things? What do you mean that we caused a paradox?
I saw my past self when we came here before I met you. It's the same day.
Problem is, we distracted our past selves from ever entering the Muto building, meaning we never saved you, Ray, and never turned you back human. We've created a paradox.
You have created a paradox.
The Reapers are here, and they will feast until any and all paradoxes are restored. They've come to fix the balance of time. The Tardis, now!
The trio ran into the room. The Reaper followed as the doctor jumped onto the table and opened the TARDIS doors. Its inside was as big as its outside.
What's happened to the TARDIS? What's happened to it?
They turned around to see the Reaper had landed behind them. It began to walk towards the group. The doctor jumped off the table and put himself in the way of Mark and Ray.
Mark, Ray, go. Take my sonic and psychic paper. I will follow you.
What are you going to do?
I think I can fix the TARDIS. I just need time. If you two run off, it'll follow you. It is really attracted to movement.
So we're bait?
Basically, this is your highest chance of survival. Just give me time.
Damn it! Ray, come on.
Good luck, Doctor.
Good luck.
Run! Attracted to movement. Doctor, you are full of rubbish. I've been in this position a few times before. In my 9th incarnation. In other incarnations. I know how it goes. Reapers, you like the taste of paradoxes, right? Why not give me a little nibble? I'm sure that'll fill you up for a lifetime. Paradoxes, you see, are my whole thing. I just hope that because I cause this paradox, everything will return back to normal. I hope so strongly. Please, do one thing. Get it over with quickly. I've not had the best day.
Mark and Ray ran out of the government building, Mark looking back momentarily before continuing. They saw Reapers patrolling the city square. They quickly hid behind a nearby fountain, not wanting to be seen.
Weird.
What?
The president's body. It should be in front of the government building, but it's gone. Probably because of the paradox, maybe?
Never mind that. Where's the Reaper? That's what's supposed to be following us.
It's not coming.
What?
The doctor sacrificed himself to save us, Ray.
But the doctor said...
The doctor lies. He does it all the time. Think about the situation we're in now. That is because the doctor lied about the TARDIS being broken. Now a Reaper obviously isn't attracted to movement, because if it was, why did it come straight at us when we weren't moving on the balcony?
You make a point. But how are we going to get out of here? Without the Doctor? Without the Tardis?
We'll figure out a way.
Great. Amazing. I don't believe we will. I'm going back to get him.
Ray gets up, only to be dragged back down by Mark.
Oi! Get off me!
Do you really want to go back there? You will be sacrificing yourself for what? To find a bit of torn poncho at the arms of his glasses? Come on, Ray. He's dead. Accept it. He saved our lives. Now, time not to put his sacrifice in vain. You're going to get your family, and we are going to stop this from happening.
But we can't have killed him. We can't.
No, he killed himself, Ray. This is all his doing. Look, if you want to go back in, be my guest. Just know that you won't only be killing yourself, but your family and your friends that you've waited so long to save. You really think I could find them without your help? Are we on the same page now?
I guess.
Brilliant. Now, to find a better place to hide for the time being.
Mark looks around and gets attracted to a building nearby, behind the pair. A large black skyscraper. A pain surges to his head.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
Take a painkiller. Quick.
Okay.
You okay now?
No, but I'll manage. Now, I say we go to that building. Looks well built and is nearby.
I can agree with that. Is it all clear?
Looks like it. Let's go.
The pair run towards the building and feel for the door. They notice a green light on the wall.
Where's the door?
That light there. You need an ID to get in. Damn. It's the most secure type of door, too.
Perfect. How the hell do we... Wait. The psychic paper.
The what?
The wallet the doctor gave you.
This?
Exactly. Now that is changeable ID. The doctor shows it to people and it changes to whatever the person was expecting to see. Now, this is just a hunch,
Just stop talking and do your thing before the Reapers join in.
but... Right.
Mark took the psychic paper from Ray and opened it. To him, the paper was blank, but yet he still felt the urge to stare at it.
Well, are you going to do it then?
Yes, but...
Suddenly, the paper begins to tear from behind by some mystical force. The rips in the page begin to form letters. Then a word. Ah. Pain rushes to Mark's skull once more, except this time worse. He fell to the ground.
Mark! What's wrong?
Stop the pain. It's too much.
What do I do? What do I do?
Nothing. There's nothing here you can do. Just... Put the paper against the light.
Right. Mark, it's not doing anything.
Try... Again.
I did. Nothing. It's not working. It's not... Right, sorry about this, Mark, but I'm going to have to shut you up.
What do you... What are you doing?
Can't have Reapers hearing us. Although, saying that, you made all that noise and none of them have come here. Must be deaf as a doorpost. Wonder why.
Will you let go of me?
Not till I'm sure you are not in pain anymore.
I am fine.
You just proved to me otherwise. Now, have you realised something? All the Reapers have disappeared. I wonder where to.
Help! Let me in! Let me in!
I recognise that voice.
Suddenly, from around the side of the government building came a woman. She ran, trying every door in sight.
I know her. That's my friend. I need to help her.
I don't think that's a good idea, Ray. Maybe we should lay low for now and...
Sorry. Can't understand you. I need to help her.
Ray lets go of Mark's mouth and runs around the fountain towards her friend, who was now trying a door of another building.
Ray, come back. Right now. You could get yourself killed.
I won't. Trust me. If we get split up, meet at 34 Londinium Road.
But I don't even know what that is. Ray, come back.
Mark got up, ready to try and chase Ray, when something moving caught his eye. It was on the government building's balcony. It was looking right at Mark. The Reaper jumped down and glided towards Mark, landing in front of the fountain. Mark backed up against the wall of the black building.
Oh, no. Ray! Reapers. I recognize you. You don't scare me. You can't even kill me, so stay away. Stay...
The Reaper opened up its wings, ready to pounce on Mark. That's when Mark noticed something between the jaws of this demon. Blue fabric. A shade of blue Mark recognized.
You killed the doctor. You actually did. Please, don't kill me.
Panicked, Mark felt hopelessly for some way into the building whilst keeping eye contact with the Reaper. It neared, and Mark attempted to back away, pressing his entire body against the wall. That's when it seemed to fall away and he tumbled inside. Ray was running towards her friend, still trying the door. She looked back at Mark to see him cowering in the presence of a Reaper. Terrified for him, she looked back at her friend. She saw above a Reaper shooting down towards her friend.
Daisy! Watch out!
What? Ray? Is it you? You have to help me.
Run!
What?
Run! Now! Quick!
Daisy looked up, feeling the presence of the nearing Reaper. Scared, she attempted to run towards her friend, but the Reaper saw this move coming. It landed on top of her, enveloping her in its wings.
No! Get off her!
Ray looked around, noticed gravel on the ground. She picked it up and began throwing it at the Reaper, all to no avail. Ray collapsed to the ground, defeated, hands in her face.
I'm so sorry. So sorry. I waited this long. And the universe just couldn't give me this. The chance to spend time with the people I love one last time. This isn't fair! This isn't...
It disintegrated into tiny fragments, leaving just the woman it was eating underneath. Ray ran up to her.
Daisy? Daisy! Are you okay?
I don't know. My leg...
It's okay. We just need to bandage it up and...
That's when Ray looked back at where she had come from. The Reaper that had attacked Mark had done what it had set out to do. Mark wasn't cowering in front of the building anymore. Mark was dead, eaten by the Reaper.
Ray, are you okay?
Don't know.
Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you.
Long story. We need to get you to safety. Quickly.
Not so fast.
Ray recognized that voice. She looked up as a shadow of a figure cast over her and her friend. It was the shadow of Muto, completely human, a Cyberman standing behind him.
You?
Yes, me. Now, under instruction of the great leader, everyone must go into the Muto building.
No way.
Who are you to defy the instructions of me?
I am one of the many you turned into those stupid tin soldiers.
That surely isn't the case. If that was the case, then you wouldn't be standing here talking to me, would you? You would be behind me, serving me.
Ray, my leg.
Don't worry, it's alright. It's alright.
A permanent fix to your leg is to join the movement. Get the upgrade.
What? What's he on about?
Don't listen to him.
Right. That does it. Cyberman 17, please get them.
Cyberman 17? I know that.
Ray, what are they doing?
Right, stay away from us. Stay away!
This is for the greater good. The greater good of New Earth. The greater good of the Seven Systems.
Ray tries to drag Daisy back, away from the Cyberman. But they are too slow. It was catching up.
It's brilliant to see all my hard work pay off. Converting the Cyberman was such a pain. They struggled so much.
Stay away from us!
Some struggle, some accept it as a fate. Strugglers are always better. Data shows that they are better fighters when the upgrade is complete.
The Cyberman grabbed Daisy's arm and began dragging her back.
Ray, help me!
Get off her!
Ray pushed the Cyberman back. It didn't budge. Although, at the same time, the ground began to shake. The floor began showing cracks in the pavement, and 4 ripples in the sky began to form. Reapers coming from every one of them. They all began to dive down to the group.
What is happening?
Do something useful and get your soldier to do some fighting.
Right, Cyberman 17, attack the bots. You two, with me, in the Muto building.
Never! I will never go back in there.
Oh yes, you will.
Muto put a bracelet he was wearing up to his mouth.
I request urgent backup. I need 4 Cybermen outside the Muto building now.
Daisy, we have to go. Come on, get up.
Suddenly, the cracks along the floor began to spread, up the sides of the buildings. They all began to crumble, some even collapsing into one another. Muto watched as his company building got destroyed under the weight of a building next to it.
No!
It hurts too much. I can't.
Please, just get up. We need to hide somewhere.
Daisy put her arm around Ray, and the pair of them began to stumble down a road leading off the city square. Suddenly, the Cyberman fighting the Reapers got overrun. 3 Reapers covered it with their wings and began to feast just as something else came out of the ripples. Many black worm-like creatures. The shaking then stopped as the other creatures flew off and spread out.
Cyberman 17, no. You two, you will pay.
We did nothing. Now leave us alone.
The Reapers had finished their feast and then looked up at Muto. They instantly began running along the ground towards him. The only way for Muto to go was to go where Ray and Daisy were going. He ran, running past the pair, then turning down an alley in hopes of hiding. Ray and Daisy tried to make their way to the alley, the 3 Reapers trying to catch up to them.
I don't think I can do it.
You can. It's not far now. Not far, just a little further.
No, please, just leave me. It hurts too much.
I will not let you die. You don't know how long I have waited to see you again.
2 of the Reapers began to fly towards the pair, getting nearer and nearer at an extraordinary rate. Just as they were about to land on the pair, they jumped towards the alleyway entrance and quickly shuffled inside. The Reapers all tried entering the alley, but it was too small of an entrance for them.
We did it.
Yes. Did you see those other creatures that came out of the rip in the sky? What were they?
I need backup now. Londinium Road.
You really think they will answer after an entire building collapsed on them?
It's all underground. They should hear me.
With no antenna? Doubt it. And anyway, those things can get in now. They can go underground, destroy your silly little science project, and put all those innocent people out of their misery.
But the plan, the Master had, it was great.
Well, looks like one honking great paradox stopped that from happening.
So he was right. This indeed is a paradox.
Ray, what are those things? You seem to, somehow, have a pretty good idea with what's going on.
Don't know. But I guess they're here because a paradox has been created.
What do you mean?
Never mind that. I can stop this paradox. Completely.
Muto brings out a small yellow box.
The Master gave it to me. It's a paradox restorer. If I take this to the paradox and destroy its source, it should be a temporary fix to our problem. It may even reverse things to how they were before the paradox even happened. Either that, or I would need a ton of power to create paradoxical coverage around the entire planet.
How did you know that what had caused all this was a paradox?
My Master knows many great things. He can sense a great deal of things. And also he says he had to deal with these bad things earlier in his life. He was involved in a paradox. He said he only remembered about it now, however, but...
Well, I'm not so sure about the source of the paradox, but I'm pretty sure I know where a large power source is.
Yeah, right. Where then?
The Tardis.
What's that?
The doctors.
Yes. His ship. I'm from the future, Muto. He saved me, turned me back into a human after being a Cyberman.
You were one of those robot things?
Wait, you're Cyberman 17?
Exactly as I thought. I guess past and future versions of yourself can't interact with each other during a paradox. Makes sense. Time is having a little bit of a crisis at the moment.
You are the source of the paradox!
I had a feeling I might be. And let me guess, you want to destroy me. Not happening. See, On my many adventures with the Doctor, I learnt some pretty good techniques to combat people as horrible as you. And I'm seeing a pretty good opportunity that involves you distracting those Reapers when I throw you into them.
Like you ever could.
Okay then. Let's say I can't. Do you really want to kill me when you have the opportunity to kill the main source of the paradox? The one who created it? I think you can guess who that is.
I could kill the Doctor. Stop him from interrupting our plans like the Master said he would.
The only way you can find both the Doctor and the power source is with my help. And seeing as we can't easily get to the Tardis or the Doctor without first going through a horde of those bats, I think we should help my family.
No! We must save New Airfare.
No! My family. And you can threaten me, kill me, whatever. I am not telling you where anything is till I know my family is safe. Got it?
Fine. But you're playing a dangerous game. Especially with me.
But your home is farther down the road. The only way to get out is through those things.
Not necessarily. President Blueson and I had a deal.
Don't try and act all dramatic. Just tell us what you're thinking.
Well, the Muto building needed more power than most other companies for our project. We had wires running through the sewers. I know where every drain cover is.
Muto went over to the back of the alley and pushed a large bin away from the wall, uncovering a drain cover on the floor. Ray went over to it, followed by the limping Daisy. Muto tried lifting the drain cover.
Damn it! I can't seem to get it moving.
Out of the way. I hope I'm working this right. There's only one button, so I'm not sure.
What is that thing?
Looks like some silly toy. Stop messing around, Ray.
I am not. It's a sonic screwdriver from the Doctor. Hopefully I can... Yes, it worked. Give it a try now.
Wow.
I know, right? The Doctor never even told me how this thing worked. I had to work it out. Turns out you have to point, press, and think of what you want it to do.
Never mind that. Come on, let's go. The injured one first.
She has a name.
It's Daisy.
Yeah, whatever. You will both be upgraded soon, so I really don't care.
You're sick.
Right then, time to order food for pickup. And... oh, that's strange. That can't be. What? Diane? Have a look at this.
Can't you see I am busy? I have to get these sheets washed too.
Just have a look at the news. It's all over the place.
Dian put the washing down on a nearby chair and looked over the man's shoulders at the computer.
What on New Earth? But that's... No! It's got to be edited, right?
I hope so. I really do.
Suddenly, the front door opened. Something fell in. They got up instantly and tried pushing the door closed, fighting a massive creature that was trying to get in. The man went to help, and the pair of them pushed against the door and it snapped shut. They stayed leaning against the door.
Thanks.
No problem.
Is no one going to talk about what the hell that thing was?
We both know what it was. It was the creature on all those news reports.
But... what? How? That thing could have gotten in. You could have killed us.
Me? Well, you aren't dead, are you? Be thankful.
How did you even get in?
I don't know, the door just kinda opened.
It doesn't just open. It's the most secure door ever produced. There's no way you could have gotten in.
Well, he did. Let's be thankful. He could still be out there right now and would face that awful creature. Is it dangerous?
It killed my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't want sympathy. Not now. I just want to find my other friend. She is still out there. Somewhere.
Well, those creatures seem to be everywhere according to the news. She can't hide for long.
That's why I have to find her before anything happens. No. Where am I?
Do you not know?
I have been kind of out of the loop for most of my life.
This is the country's orphanage.
What? One orphanage for a whole country?
It works. Orphans seem to find their place pretty quickly. Also, we have quite a lot of rooms. Well, I think we do. I'm not actually allowed down to the dorms. Only nurses are.
So this is why I was so attracted to this building. It's where I come from.
Sorry?
You're an orphan, aren't you?
Yes. After I left here, I went to the HS transmission. A postal ship. Did some work there and...
Okay. I think we have heard enough. Now, I think you should have a bit of rest. What's your name?
Mark?
Mark! Have a little bit of rest. You deserve it, after all you have had to deal with today.
Oh no, it's fine. I feel fine.
You could collapse any minute. All it takes is for your adrenaline to settle. You are a ticking sleep bomb.
I think he's fine, Diane. He may need to sit down, but I don't think now is a great time to...
Finian, you sort out the sheets. I will help Mark.
I really don't need it.
Yes, you do. I have just the room in mind for you. You are going to have such a nice rest. Pretend none of this stuff outside is happening. How great is that?
Not great at all. I don't need sleep.
I am a nurse. I am trained to spot these things. I know that you are going to collapse minutes before you yourself do. Now, come on, through here.
The pair leave through a door behind the desk. Finian sits down at the desk and types at a computer. Skeptical.
Mark. I've been working here as an assistant for 30 years, and I don't remember anyone by the name of Mark. Could be wrong, though. Could be forgetting someone. Let me check the systems. Nothing. How about a lengthened name? Marcus. 2 people by that name. But both look nothing like this person. I thought he had come here. Is he misremembering?
Mark had been taken by a nurse down a flight of stairs into a shabby-looking corridor, with walls covered in mold and made out of eroded bricks, with there being metal bars every so often. Cells housing anywhere between 2 to 10 children each.
What is this place?
It is the place where you shall stay, till I contact Bluesun that we have had an escapee.
I don't think Bluesun is the most responsive at this moment.
Thought you were clever escaping, did you? Well, you aren't. Your type of people are what's causing our economy, our society to crumble.
I believe there's more to life than staying in some rusted old ship. So, is this the orphanage then? A waiting room for slavery?
You could say that. I prefer calling it a place to bring out the best of a bad situation.
You are delusional. These are children.
And so are you.
She unlocked a cell and pushed Mark inside. She locked it again.
You are going to be taken back where you belong.
I'd like to see you try.
She smiled, then walked off. Mark waited till she was gone, then began manically searching his pockets.
Why did you let her do this to you?
Who's there?
From out of the shadows came a young boy. He looked weak and dirty.
Why didn't you fight her? You could have escaped having to go into these cells.
She isn't worth it. And anyway, I have a better idea.
Mark gets out a small device, the 8th Doctor's Sonic, the same he used on the Tardis console earlier that day.
What's that?
Our key. I'll take it out of here. Damn, it's rusted. It's gonna take a little bit to unlock.
Nothing can get us out of here.
Trust me, I've gotten myself out of pretty tight spots before using this thing. Well, similar things to this. So then, what's your name?
Oscar.
I'm Mark. Can you...
That's strange.
An earthquake?
We never get them in this country.
Must be something to do with what's happening outside, with the paradox.
What? What are you on about?
Oh, nothing. Never mind about the earthquake. Why don't you just tell me about this place? I don't have great memories of being here, but I certainly know that I have been here before. I worked on a postal ship after being forced to live here.
I am never allowed to leave this cage. The other kids are. To play, to eat. Not me.
What's so special about this cage?
It's the cage that they put the older orphans into. Once they are found off the street like they did me. But that's not the reason I'm not allowed out. My dad works here. That nurse knows that, so I am never allowed to leave in case he sees me and the whole twisted operation goes down the drain.
So that's why Finian isn't allowed down here. He's your father. So then, if you have a father who, from the looks of his clothes, looks financially comfortable, why were you on the streets?
Do I have to tell you?
No, you don't. Not if you don't want to. I'm just making conversation, trying to work out how this place works.
I had an argument with my parents. I ran out of the house. It was dark, and I was only out on the streets for a couple of hours. That's all it took. 2 policemen took me and forced me into this orphanage. They said I made this place look untidy.
That must have been awful for you. I'm so sorry.
Don't be. Well, you should be, unless you can get us out of here.
Of course I can. And the other kids.
Wow. That actually worked.
Yes, now here's my plan. We get all the other kids out of here and form our own little army against the nurse. What do you say?
I like that.
Mark went up to the nearest cage to find it was empty. He then checked the one next to it. Again, nothing.
Where have all the kids gone?
There were definitely people in there.
Now that was weird.
What?
How quickly the earthquakes stopped. Don't they usually just fade out?
I don't know.
The pair looked towards the noise. There were 2 children wanting to get out. Mark began using the sonic on the lock.
Don't worry, we will get you out.
What is this place?
Hurry up!
I'm trying.
You aren't meant to be down here, Finian. Get out of here.
The kids, where are they?
From around the corner came Finian. The nurse was following him, frantically trying to get him out.
I told you, get out. It's illegal being down here.
I wanted to make sure everyone was alright after the earthquake. We see we have much worse issues than that.
Come on out, kids, come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Mark and Oscar had been noticed helping the children. Dian went over to them, Finian following.
Back in your dorms, now!
You call these dorms? These are prisons.
You, upstairs, now!
No, I'm going to get these kids out of here. I cannot believe you think practices like this are... Oscar?
Dad?
You...
Now, Finian, we can sort this out.
You had my son down here and knew about it. You kidnapped my son.
It's for the greater good. We could clearly see you didn't want him, so...
Don't you dare say that. You don't know me or my family.
You obviously don't understand. He will be...
Suddenly, she disappeared. Behind her appeared to be a long, thin, floating worm creature. Colored shapes were dotted around its back.
What is that?
They watched as the worm creature floated by, swimming through the air like a fish. Finian slowly got something out of his pocket, a set of keys. He then threw them further down the corridor. The creature flew straight for the noise, seeming to knock Oscar back and go straight through the children Mark had rescued. The children disappeared as the creature reached the keys. Mark signaled for everyone to leave the corridor, and they did as silently as they could. The group entered the orphanage lobby area and closed the door.
Go, Oscar's dad. How did you know they were blind?
It was obvious, wasn't it? Oscar, I'm so glad you're okay.
I am sorry for running away, Dad. I am so sorry.
Don't be. We shouldn't have had that argument. Let's just put this whole thing behind us, okay?
Yeah.
So what happened to the children? Where did they go?
They have been erased. By that thing. I've seen them before. Temporals.
What do they do?
Are you okay, Oscar?
Yes, I am fine.
Did that thing touch you?
No, it didn't. Of course not.
If it did, even just a graze.
I'm fine. Just tell me what those things do.
Okay. They latch themselves onto any living being they pass through, making them younger and younger until nothing. Basically eating all the years they ever lived.
How do you know that?
My friend told me. He knows all about this stuff. It would be kind of useful right now. The only thing I don't understand, how did it eat the nurse so quick? She had to be like, 40? It erased her instantly. Unless paradoxes make them stronger?
Paradoxes?
These bad things. Reapers, I think my friend called them. The temporals. This earthquake, the disappearing children, it's all caused because of a paradox in time that was created. That's why outside is so dangerous.
I don't understand.
Me neither. That shouldn't be possible, should it?
It shouldn't be, but it is. That's why there are such catastrophic effects.
So, these Reapers and Temporals have been sent to kill us all? Ugh!
I would guess so. You got touched by the temporal, didn't you?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Please. Don't be. Mark, how long does he have?
I don't know, but we can stop its effects. We just need to get away from the temporal that did this to him. Distance breaks the connection between him and that temporal.
Then we need a plan. What's the plan?
Well, I need to get my friend. She told me to meet her at 34 Londinium Road, so...
That's where I live. That's a brilliant idea. We need to get home, quickly. I am not having you disappearing on us, Oscar. Come on, Mark.
It's gross in here.
Would you rather be up there?
No.
Try not to put your leg on the ground. We don't want it getting infected.
Okay.
So, Muto, do you know where you're going?
34 Londonium Road. I know a drain cover that's quite near to it. You don't know how much time I spent in this source, planning where the wiring should go and...
Shut up.
So, where have you been, Ray? I don't really understand where you disappeared to.
Well, that's the fault of the madman we're walking with. That Cyberman you saw, that was also me, from my past. Muto turned me into that, and he would have turned you into that too.
It is the superior race.
If it's so superior, why couldn't it stand a few oversized bats? My friend and the doctor disabled the emotional inhibitor in my suit, and we... well, I won't spoil it for Muto.
I already know the outcome. We take over New Earth and change the future.
Let's go with that. Then the doctor took me to a space hospital to get me out of that suit and make me a new body.
Oh, Korax project.
What?
It's the hospital above Toro you are talking about, right?
But there isn't a hospital there.
There will be one in the future. A friend of mine is planning to build one. But Ray has already seen it, hasn't she? The doctor and his time-traveling box.
No one asked you. I went there, and after a few hiccups, I got my body back. Then I came here to save you from that delusional man.
Hey!
None of what you're saying makes sense. You travel? In space?
That doesn't matter. Ray, your friend. She's right, in a way. What you just said doesn't make sense.
As I said, no one asked you.
So, to create a new body, they need your DNA, right? But where did they get the DNA from? I mean, they could have gotten it from your brain, yes, but they would never be able to take enough DNA from the brain to create a body before the brain dies. There's only two ways I think you could have gotten it from. Correct is to use sources to get the DNA. Very illegal and very easy to be caught. Correct is to cash us for that now, so he probably abided by the laws of the 7 systems. One of the laws states that you can only take DNA of someone who is willing to donate and someone who is close to you, a friend or a family member. That law was put into place after illegal DNA trading and editing was getting out of hand and...
Just shut up, okay? Focus on where you're going.
I'm just wondering where you could have possibly gotten the...
Shut up, okay?
Are you okay?
Yes. I am fine. I'm fine.
So, you traveled in time? Like, literally traveled?
Yes.
Was it fun?
No, it was a nightmare. All I wanted to do was come back here and save you and my family from that idiot's stupid war.
Hearing this makes me so happy. It shows that my master and I got what we wanted.
You can say that if you want, you deluded man. Oh, by the way, Daisy, you don't have any family, do you?
No, I came here to work. All my family are in Toro.
I thought so. Well, when we get out of here, I will take you and my family to Toro, away from what this planet will become.
Something beauteous. I think everyone will agree.
Oh, shut up. Why do you keep talking to no one?
Another earthquake.
A brief one. How close are we to my home?
Not far, I think it should be just around this.
Guys, look.
Everyone looked behind them. Every surface of the sewer tunnel was cracking, and some pieces were even falling away, revealing the darkness of the cosmos underneath.
Muto, help me with Daisy.
No!
Then you will never know how to get the paradox restorer working, and your plan will be ruined.
Damn it! Fine!
Muto and Ray put Daisy's arms over their shoulders, lifting her above the ground. They began to run.
It's right there. That ladder there.
I can open the drain cover with the sonic.
Ray jumped on the ladder and climbed it, trying to open the drain cover with the sonic.
Hurry up!
It's coming closer.
Stop worrying. I can't concentrate when you do that.
We're gonna die.
I can't die. Not now. Not when I have so much to do.
Shut up. I'm trying to... Aha!
The drain cover lifted free, and Ray climbed the ladder. She put her hand down the hole for the next person.
Daisy next.
What?
No arguing. Daisy next.
Muto, as quick as he could, lifted Daisy up to Ray's hand. Ray pulled her up. Straight after, Muto began to climb the ladder.
I should just close this cover and let you die.
That's not in the doctor's morals, is it?
He's gone against them every now and then.
Suddenly, the walls and the floor of the sewer fell away, falling into an endless void of space. The ladder went into it. Muto began to fall when suddenly Ray stuck out her hand. Muto grabbed it. He was left hanging there.
Damn, you're heavy.
Just lift me up! Lift me up!
Ray pulled hard and eventually, Muto was out of the hole. They all lay on the ground, tired.
As I said, I should have just let you die. Especially after what you did to me. But I don't want to stoop to the levels of those who are controlled too much by emotion.
Just so you know, that device I have, the device I won't let anyone see or have, is our ticket to reversing the paradox.
Yeah.
What is happening? Is the planet crumbling?
That was the impression I got, yeah. The planet is falling apart, going into space.
Ray turned her head. She saw a small crack going towards the group. She stood up instantly.
Everyone, we have to move, now!
Are those cracks following us?
I hope not, but it seems really weird that cracks only appear around us. Come on, my house is this one. Come on, let us in.
I'm actually starting to feel a bit weird.
You're going to be fine. Perfectly fine.
I don't know. She looks a bit pale.
Shut up. That's not what she needs to hear right now.
Muto looked behind him. Small cracks turned into the front garden and were nearing them.
Open the door!
Okay, I'm coming.
The door opened. Everyone rushed inside before the person who opened it could say another word. Muto closed the door and leaned against it.
Well, this is certainly a surprise. Where have you been, Ray? We've been looking all over.
It's hard to explain.
And who are these people? Friends?
Well, this is Daisy. You've met her before.
Hello, Mrs. Watson.
Don't call me that. Call me Bianca. Makes me sound so much younger. But getting back on topic, oh my, haven't you grown? Last time I saw you, you were only a small child.
She's hurt her leg. It might be infected. We need to treat it.
Well, why don't you take her to hospital?
I don't think that's a good idea.
And who are you?
I am... her boss.
Yes, he sent me on a business trip. Sorry for not telling you.
What?
Now, the first aid kit?
Oh, yes. This way, follow me. Now you really have to tell me where you were. I was so worried. And your boss should have contacted me.
Come on, it's completely quiet.
Mark left the building and Finian followed, holding Oscar's hand. They began to sneak towards Londinium Road.
Oh my lord, this place looks awful.
Must have been that earthquake. Knocked down a few buildings.
Wow. Light. This place is so beautiful.
Which way is it?
This way, just down that road there.
It's weird seeing this place super quiet. Earlier there were tons of those Reaper things. Ray must have distracted them. I hope she's okay.
Mark looked around the corner, into Londinium Road. The road was almost completely quiet, all except for 3 Reapers, clawing at the entrance to an alleyway.
There are Reapers down there, but we may be able to sneak by them.
Are you sure?
No, not in the slightest, but I don't see what other choice we have.
You do seem to be pretty distracted.
Exactly. Now, I say we go single file behind them. One wrong move and, well, let's just say there's 1 Reaper for each of us.
Oh. I'm starting to feel a bit weird.
Well, just hold out for a little bit, okay? You're going to be okay.
Is everyone ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Let's go then. And no talking.
The trio sneak around the corner and cross the road. They then slowly sidestep towards the Reapers, aiming for the gap between them and the wall opposite the alley entrance.
Dad, I feel so...
Shh! We're almost there.
What did I say? No talking.
The group were behind them now, watching as the Reapers scratched at the entrance and pushed each other at a chance of getting into the alley. Suddenly, another earthquake occurred. The Reapers looked around frantically, trying to find the source of the earthquake, and noticed Mark, Oscar, and Finian just as the earthquake subsided.
Run!
They began to run, but as they did, Oscar collapsed.
Oscar!
I feel... so... weird.
Finian went back for him as Mark carried on. Finian put Oscar on his back, and then the Reapers pounced, separating the group. Oscar and Finian were on one side, Mark was on the other. That's when cracks began forming, all over the road. Mark looked behind him to see where Oscar and Finian were. 1 Reaper jumped at Mark, trying to attack him. But as it landed directly in front of him, the ground below its feet crumbled. It tried to fly away, but it couldn't, and instead, it fell into the blackness of space below. This crumbling began spreading towards the other Reapers, towards Mark, towards Finian and Oscar. The Reapers, scared, tried to fly away, and one managed to. The other wasn't so lucky, falling to its death. Finian, Oscar, and Mark backed away on their respective sides, watching as the crumbling slowly came to a halt. They looked into the hole, at the cosmos below.
What the?
The world. It's...
disappearing. Right below our feet.
It's beautiful.
What happened with you two? Why did you stop running?
Oscar tripped. I had to go back for him.
I am feeling... really... weird.
Don't worry. Once we get inside, we can have a nice hot chocolate. How does that sound?
Yeah.
You two. There's a ledge over here. Be careful, it's thin, and it could crumble, but it's your only way across.
Finian decided to go across the ledge, Oscar on his back. It crumbled below Finian's feet, but it held until he reached the other side. Finian put Oscar down.
It's just over there. That house there. You can walk that far, right, Oscar? Dad's a bit tired.
I should be able to.
That was frightening.
Do you think that's going to happen more?
I don't know. I don't even know why it's happening. I know because of the paradox, but...
What is it?
It's a blanket punishment. Best way to find the source.
Sorry?
Okay. I need an example. A piece of bread. It's perfectly in date, but you see small bits of mold on it. What do?
Throw away the bread?
Why not just pick the mold out?
Firstly, gross. Secondly, even if you think you've gotten rid of all of the mold, do you really want to risk it?
Exactly. This planet, maybe even this universe, is a piece of bread. It is deteriorating so that it has a 100% chance of getting rid of all instances of what caused this paradox. The paradox is being the mold. Wow. I am really starting to sound like the Doctor.
How do you know that to be the case?
I don't. I'm guessing, but it seems pretty plausible. Really? Again? Everyone, run!
A Reaper flew down at the group. They ran straight to the house. Finian checked his pockets.
My keys! I threw them at the temporal thingy.
Brilliant. Let us in!
Let us in!
I'm really not feeling too good.
You are fine. You are completely fine, okay?
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
My, what's with all this manic knocking, eh? Finian! Did you forget your keys again?
That doesn't matter. We need to get inside. Oscar, you first.
Finian looked behind him. Oscar was gone. The Reaper was getting nearer.
No, No, I cannot have lost him after all these months.
Who?
Oscar. He's gone. I lost him. He was in my care and I...
Oscar? Who's Oscar? Also, wow. Look at that large bird. Oh my!
Suddenly, a temporal rises from out of the ground. It goes straight towards the nearing Reaper. The temporal phased through the Reaper, and it disappeared as the temporal flew off into the sky.
Wow. Come on, Finian, inside. We need to sort this out.
But he's gone. Gone!
And would he really want for you to stay here and get yourself killed by what killed him? Inside. Now.
The pair go inside. Bianca closes the door. They all enter the living room, where they find Ray tending to Daisy's leg.
Who was it, Mum?
Oh, just your dad. And some other guy. You should have seen what just happened outside, darling.
Dad?
Ray looked up. She saw her father, and standing next to him was Mark. Ray hugs Mark and her father.
Dad! Mark! You've made it! I was worried you'd both died.
Nope, I didn't.
Good to see you're okay.
So this is that Mark you kept going on about. Can't say he's much of a looker. How about that doctor fella? Is he...
Mum!
Ray, I really need to tell you that...
Oh, come on. Lighten up. Have a bit of fun.
During a universe-ending event, which I potentially had a part in creating? No thanks.
She then noticed her father. He sat down on a chair, extremely depressed.
Dad? What's the matter?
Ray, I think you should know we tried our best, but... Look, we did all we could.
What's happened?
Your brother... He died, Ray.
Brother? I don't have a brother.
What? Yes, you do. Oscar, remember?
Ooh, I've always loved the name Oscar.
So much so that that's what you named your son.
No, I never had a son. Just little Miss Bossy over there.
Hey!
Ray, the bandage needs tightening.
Ray went back over to Daisy and carried on tending to her.
Mark, why don't they remember Oscar?
I think it could be something to do with the paradox. Don't worry, when we get it fixed, it should all go back to normal.
Why do we remember, though?
I guess it's because we were with him before he disappeared. No one else here was. That's just a guess, though.
You make a lot of those.
Well, I have to when I have no idea what's going on.
So, do you think...
There you go. Good as... kind of new.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Hey, Mark, Dad. What are you guys doing? Don't think of plans by yourself over there. Share with the group.
You're cheerful, Ray.
I know that my family and friends are safe after all the time apart.
It's not been that long. What, a few days?
That's right. I was worried sick about you.
So is this everyone? Did you manage to save everyone?
Yep. Well, you saved my dad.
But not your brother. I'm sorry about that.
I don't have a brother.
Yeah. So, what plan have you come up with so far?
Well, actually, I have a pretty solid plan. Basically...
I couldn't find anything good in the fridge, so I just took some Nutella.
Muto came in holding a jar of Nutella and a teaspoon. He scraped out some Nutella and ate it.
Okay, we have some more guests.
What's he doing here?
Well, he's part of the plan.
Oh great, someone else who doesn't like me.
I wonder why. What's your plan so far?
We'll use a ton of power, and I mean a ton, more than the city has, to power a device Muto has.
What device?
Muto gets it out of his pocket. The Paradox Restorer.
Ugh! What is that thing?
The Paradox Restorer.
What a strange little thing. What's it for?
It stabilizes paradoxes.
Let me guess. Time paradoxes?
You got it, old man.
Very funny. Is this some joke I'm not getting?
No. Really, it does.
That thing is trying to get in.
Oh, birds are always hitting into these windows. I think it's the curtains. I was thinking of changing them. Anyway, I'm going to make some tea. Anyone want any?
I will, I guess.
Is now really the time when we have a Reaper outside?
Milk, sugar?
Just milk, please.
Coming right up.
Was that necessary?
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
I tried explaining to her that a paradox is happening already, Mark. She just doesn't believe it.
Fair enough. Neither would I. So, The plan is to power the Paradox Restorer? You said it needs more power than the city holds. Where do we get that from?
The Tardis?
But it's dead. You saw it. The Paradox killed it.
Oh, if it's something electrical you're on about, then what I usually do is overpower it. Pump in more power than it needs to start, and it should boot it right up.
Would that work?
I don't know. It might do. Yes. It will do. Of course it will. Because of course, I forgot about the electron capacitors at the base of the central column, so...
You are really starting to sound like the Doctor. Did he tell you this sciencey mumbo-jumbo?
Something like that. So, how did your mom know to do that?
She's an electrician.
Huh. Is she any good?
Well, if you count good as shutting down all power to the city centre, then yeah.
Bianca came back in. She handed Muto his tea as Muto put the Nutella down on a nearby table.
Wait, that was you?
It was one time.
You almost ruined all my operation! Thank God I had a backup power supply.
She almost saved the world, and we didn't even know it. So, do you think it will work? Using the power from the city to power the Tardis, and the power from the Tardis to power the Paradox Restorer?
It could do. Not sure. But it's worth a shot. And it's the best plan we have. We may as well get it over and done with now. Muto, give me the Restorer.
What? No!
Yeah, he's kind of protective over that thing. Won't give it to anyone. So, do you want to come with us then? Out there, where the world crumbles below our feet, where massive bats kill everyone they see.
Where children go missing.
What?
He's on about the temporals. Basically big worm things.
They eat children?
Mostly old things, but I guess children would make a nice snack for them.
Guys, I'm really not feeling well.
Mum, could you look after her?
Of course. Seemed like a nasty cut she had. She's going to feel a bit nauseous. Where are you going?
Just down the road.
So, Muto, you coming?
Do I have a choice?
Do you want the paradox to stop, allowing you to complete your awful plan?
So I don't have a choice. Right then, let's get this over and done with.
Aren't you going to drink the rest of your tea, dear?
I will when I get back. You two, come on.
Mark, Ray, and Muto go to the door. Finian gets up and rushes to the door, joining them.
Dad? What are you doing?
Coming with you.
I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe just stay with Mum. Look after Daisy.
But I want to find my son.
He is gone, Finian. Gone by the same fate as the other children. But if we do find him, we'll bring him back, okay?
Look, Sorry, what's your name?
Mark.
What Mark is trying to say is you will slow us down. So just stay behind.
Don't say that about my dad.
Am I wrong?
I get it. I'll stay here. Make sure Bianca doesn't take that girl to the hospital.
Thanks, Dad.
Good luck. And look after my daughter, will you, Mark?
Come on, less chatting, more doing.
Muto opened the door. Outside there was nothing. No road, no garden, nothing. Just the empty void of space. Distant houses dotted around, floated where they were, and reapers and temporals flew throughout the sky.
What the...
Oh my god.
We were too late.
There's no way we can make it to the TARDIS.
What do we do?
I don't know.
Muto, Finian, Ray, and Mark rush into the living room. They saw a temporal floating in the room. Bianca was cowering in the corner.
What the hell is that?
Shh, but what... Oh!
Mark noticed a vase on a table. He grabbed it and threw it at the wall. The temporal instantly went towards the sound, going right through the wall.
Can we... talk?
Yes.
What was... Get off me! What was that thing?
That was a temporal.
That was a temporal?
Yes. They can't see but have brilliant hearing. They eat the years that people have lived.
But how about Daisy? Where's she gone?
Everyone looked over to Bianca. In the chair Daisy was sitting in was nobody. Daisy was gone.
The temporal must have eaten her. It must have gotten attracted by the noises the reapers outside were making.
No!
This has gone too far. Too much stock has gone to waste.
Is that all you care about? Is that it? The fact that people have died, so you can't turn them into those horrible, stupid Cybermen?
You are sick.
No one understands the majesty of the achievement, the kindness I am spreading. We can all live, evolve into a new form, a more powerful form. I will not let this paradox stop the improvement I am offering!
Muto entered the kitchen. He came back holding a knife. He went up to Mark and Ray.
What are you doing?
Put the knife down. There's a good lad.
There's another way to get rid of the paradox. Ray, why don't you tell everyone?
Destroy its source.
Yes. And it seems we have 2 time travelers in the room with us, don't we? Mark, I presume you're with Doctor too.
Ray, Mark, what's he on about?
Dad, I already said. I caused this paradox. Me, Mark, and the Doctor. We caused all of this.
But how? It's not...
The only way to stop the paradox? Destroy its source! Or in that case, kill the 2 people who created it!
No.
You can't stop me, old man! Mark, Ray, I will take you. You have to be stopped. Killed. And then everything will be restored back to how it was. I can continue helping people, progressing them into the next step of existence. Don't you want that?
Go on then, kill us. Stop this paradox.
Ray, what are you saying?
I told you, we caused this.
This isn't a good idea, Ray. We may be sacrificing ourselves for nothing.
If our deaths mean everything will return to how it was, then so be it. Even if the chance is small.
No struggling this time, I see.
This time? Who are you?
I am the one who is going to fix everything. Ray, you're first.
Ray prepared herself. Muto swung his arm back, then thrusted the knife deep into the stomach. But not her stomach. Someone else's. Ray looked up. Someone was standing in front of her, protecting her from this knife. It was her father. He fell to his knees, then the ground, the knife still in his stomach.
Dad? Dad? Why?
I couldn't have you dying on me. How could I? I've already lost 1 child today. I won't have another.
Finian, you're fine. You're totally fine.
I'm not. I know I'm not. Ray, let me say one thing.
No.
Please. You and your brother were the best thing that happened to me. I want you to promise me you will stay alive. Now that doesn't mean stay out of trouble. That was always your forte. But on these adventures through time and space, you and Mark have... Be careful and have fun. And Bianca, whilst you look after Ray, I'll look after our son. Okay?
But I don't understand.
You will. I hope to God that you will.
Dad? Dad?
He's dead, Ray.
No! Why did he do that? Why did he step in the way?
Annoyed, Muto went to grab the knife from Finian's body. Mark stood in his way. Mark grabbed Muto's jacket and lifted him off the ground out of anger.
Let me go!
Mark carried Muto back to the front door. Ray got up and followed.
Where are you taking me?
Mark? What are you doing?
Mark opened the front door and hung Muto out of it. He dangled there.
What should I do? Wait for a Reaper to come and grab you? Or drop you right now?
Mark, no, please.
He killed someone.
Not on purpose.
It was on purpose, alright. He just missed.
You can't drop me. You can't. I have the restorer.
Mark reached into Muto's pockets. Muto tried to stop him. Mark brought out the restorer.
This? It's ours now. Looks like you're of no use.
Mark, don't. Don't stoop to his level. You drop him, and you'll be as bad as him.
What he did. It's unforgivable.
My dad is dead. I don't want it to be the case, but it is, okay? I waited so long for this, and this is how it's ended. I just have to deal with that. But Mark, after losing a family member and a friend, do you really think on top of that, I want to lose you too? You won't be my friend anymore if you hurt him.
Listen to her, Mark! Listen!
I'm sorry, Ray. He has hurt you in more ways than this.
What did you do?
He turned you into a Cyberman. He killed your father, and he would have tried everything he could to kill us when he got the next opportunity. This was the safest option.
That wasn't you, Mark. That wasn't you. I don't know who the hell it was, but it sure as hell wasn't you.
Ray went back into the living room, trying not to look at her father. Mark comes in. He looks at the scene. Bianca kneeled next to her husband, just staring, and Ray looking at the wall.
We need a plan.
Ring the police, maybe? My husband just got...
We can't do that. We need to think of something. If the doctor was here, he would have thought of something.
As Ray stared at the wall, she noticed something. Something that wasn't there before. She backed away, scared as it spread.
Ray? Are you...
The house. It's crumbling.
What?
It's cracking. Everyone, stand back.
Everyone watches as the crack in the wall spreads up to the ceiling. The ceiling suddenly crumbled away, upwards, showing the stars above. Mark took another step back to feel no floor behind him. He looked behind him. The rest of the room was missing. Finian presumably gone with it. Bianca ran up to Mark and Ray, away from the growing holes. A Reaper crashed through the only standing wall. It exploded and floated away, taking part of the ground with it. The Reaper circled the bit of floor the group was standing on, now just a tiny floating island.
Oh my... What on new earth?
So, Mark, still trying to think of plans?
There's...
Nothing we can do? Kinda got that.
What's happening? This is a dream, right? It has to be a dream.
Everyone, down!
The Reaper flew for the group. Mark grabbed Ray's hand and the pair fell flat on the floor. Bianca was a bit slower and the Reaper grabbed her, carrying her away.
Mom!
I'm so sorry. I'm just sorry about everything that's happened. I should have sorted this. I could have.
We caused all of this.
No. The doctor did.
I killed my parents instead of helping them.
Ray, that isn't true. That isn't...
And now I know we're dead too. There's no way out of this. None whatsoever. I want to have no regrets before I die. No unanswered questions.
What do you...
Ray hugged Mark tight.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. You're my friend. Always will be.
No. Ray, I should have listened to you. I should have...
Don't. No regrets, remember?
Right.
Mark, tell me, how did they make this new body of mine? I know it's not made from my DNA. It's not me, is it? I don't want to die without unanswered questions, Mark. None whatsoever. And this is the biggest question I have ever had in my life. How was this body made?
What? What do you mean?
I know you know something. What was left of me didn't have enough DNA in it, did it? Where did the DNA come from to make my body?
It was... me. My DNA.
I thought so. Thank you, Mark. You didn't have to do that.
It was only a minor operation. They only needed bone marrow.
An operation? You did all that for me?
I knew how badly you wanted to help your family. I knew I had to do this for you, for them. I recovered quickly.
You are so kind. So kind. Thank you so much. I truly mean that. Mark, I want you to know I would have travelled with you and the doctor after saving my family. How could I refuse to travel with you guys? The adventures are nice and all, but you two, the doctor and you, although you have off days, you make life so fun. Thank you for... Oh!
The ground below Ray's feet broke away. She fell. Mark grabbed her.
Ray!
Huh. I'm about to die.
No, you're not. Come on, climb up.
Come with me, Mark. You're going to die soon. Why not now?
Stop, Ray, stop. We're going to get out of this.
Yes, we are. I am.
No, I didn't mean like that. I didn't...
Ray bit Mark's hand. He let go. She fell, down to the void below, looking at Mark, an accepting look on her face.
Ray!
He stared down the endless pit, utterly distraught. He stood, looking up, forcing back the tears, looking at the reapers and temporals above.
No. No, you win, you stupid bats, you stupid worms, you win. You win, you've caught me. You have caught me.
He collapses to his knees. He notices something in the distance, the last two objects that could be seen, a small blue box and the orphanage building.
To think, we were so close to giving Ray her wish. So close to fixing everything that stupid doctor caused.
He stood up once more as he watched the blue box in the distance disintegrate, its pieces flying into the sky.
Such a rubbish life. In a jail cell for the beginning of it, in a slave ship for most of it, and traveling with a mad child for the rest of it. It was wasted. So wasted.
He looks down into the void.
Maybe ending it all won't be so bad. All it takes is one step.
So, something like Ravo squid?
No. Maybe, a Ravissol?
How about Ravidino?
Yes, I love that.
Done. Added to the Universal Species Index. Ravidino.
So cool that we got to name a new species. I want to do it again.
Well, we could go back out there and wait for another creature. Most animals and plants out there are probably not on the index quite yet.
But how about...
How about what? Was there somewhere you wanted to go?
No, I don't think so. Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
No, I am sure there was somewhere you wanted to go. Where was it?
What was that?
Looks like... Yes! The Tardis has detected something nearby, a few 100,000 light years away. Can't work out what it is because of distance, but it's definitely technological. Maybe a ship. Do you want to check it out?
Maybe another day. I've had enough of running around ships trying to work out when you're next going to turn a corner and be close to death. I would much prefer to species spot. I loved discovering that Ravidino.
Oh, I'm glad. Well then, let's do that.
1 second. Something's off. Something's wrong. Missing. What is it? Oh, yeah. I remember now. We need to go back to New London to save Ray's family. How could I forget that?
My family?
Yeah.
You never mentioned family, Ray. Did you want to visit them?
No. I can't remember family of any sort.
What? But that's the whole reason we turned you back from being a Cyberman. To get your family to come with us. So they wouldn't be turned into Cybermen too.
No. The whole reason I wanted to be a human again was because who would want to be a Cyberman?
But Oscar, your brother, Finian, Bianca, your parents?
What are you saying, Mark? I never had parents.
So, you're an orphan too? What a coincidence.
Guess I must be.
I'm surprised the government didn't get you to go on one of those ships like Mark had to. All that labour.
Guess I got lucky.
No, you didn't. You have parents, you have a family. How can't you remember them? I saw them, I spoke to them.
Those new tablets the GP gave you, they aren't having any adverse effects, are they?
No. Could you two please stop joking? You're creeping me out.
You're the one scaring us. Coming up with all these stories about me having a family. I've never had one.
Doctor, please, you have to remember something, right? How about Sky? You said that she was going to join us once we helped Ray find a family.
Sky? An unusual name. Only met one person by that name. Nice lady. Shame what happened to her.
What? What happened?
Well, got possessed by a creature trying to steal my mind by repeating everything I'd said. Got sucked out of an airlock and right into isotonic sunlight. Quick, but not a fun way to go.
Are you feeling okay, Mark?
I am feeling fine. Perfectly fine. You two are the ones that are around the bend. You know what? Fine. You two can keep saying that I'm insane. I don't care. I'm off to bed.
Already? Didn't you just say you wanted to do some more species spotting?
No. If you two are going to be like this, then you can do it without me. Have fun.
That was weird.
Quite.
Should we take him to the hospital again?
No. I think we can do our own medical examination. Ray, will you keep an eye on him if I do?
Of course.
Good. Because something is happening to Mark, and I don't know what it is. We need to help him.
Mark, in the Tardis corridor, checked his pockets. He brought out a sonic screwdriver, the 8th Doctor's sonic screwdriver, as well as a yellow box, the Paradox Restorer. He then saw a mark on the back of his hand. A bite mark.
I am not going mad. I'm not.